Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. The following is a live call-in show from this past Sunday night, December 21st, 2025. During the show, I was flying solo, but no problem. We took your calls, and this was our special Christmas traditions show. So we got some calls about traditions from around the world, and even better, we had calls about some Christmas trips from this past season. We talked about Jollywood Nights. We talked about Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. We talked about stays at Old Key West and more. So if you're ready for some Christmas talk, some Walt Disney World talk, and more, we've got it for you today to keep you in the Christmas spirit as you travel to your holiday get-togethers all around the world. Don't forget, today's podcast always brought to you by the Magic for Less. We love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use that Amazon affiliate link as you do that shopping this holiday season. beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thanks to our Patreon supporters. You guys keep us going. You're the best. Thank you so much. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, you're going to get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd love to have you. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. And again, Merry Christmas.
Ready to take a trip to the world? You found the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. This is where your memories come front and center on our podcast stage.
Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the BOGP Open Line for Sunday night, December 21st, 2025. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from beourguestpodcast.com. And one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Sunday night to you. Happy winter solstice. The longest night of the year. Could be the longest podcast of the year. Now it's just going to be 1 hour. We're going to be taking your calls over the next hour at 407-584-7173. That's 407-584-7173. Special show tonight. 1, I'm flying solo. 2, I'm all tricked out in the Christmas decor here in the studios. And I'll tell you a little bit about that in a second. Scotty G on assignment tonight, taking his ladies out to dinner. Special celebration there. And it is the holiday season, so I totally understand that. But this week's going to be fun on the feed. This show, if you miss it, well, I mean, if you're tuned in live, you're not missing it, you're here. But this is going to come out on the feed on Thursday, Christmas morning. So just so you know, we're kind of setting the scene. This will be our Christmas Day show. So tonight, we're going to be taking your calls about Christmas memories. We're going to be talking about your Christmas traditions because we have listeners from all over the world. And we want to hear about how you celebrate. You know, do you celebrate Christmas? Do you celebrate Hanukkah? You know, we have folks that celebrate Hanukkah. And what are your traditions growing up? Did you have an artificial tree? Did you have a real tree? Did you go out and chop it down with grandpa's axe that got handed down over generation to generation? We had a fake tree. We didn't have any of that cool stuff. But we had the same tree every year, and it sat in the corner, by the washing machine. Not real exciting. Did you celebrate on Christmas Eve? Did you celebrate on Christmas Day? Did you go to the grandparents? Did everybody come to your house? What was the traditional meal? Did you have like a rule? I talked about this on Mike in the Midwest. We had to have dinner at my grandma's house on Christmas Eve. Everybody had to eat and finish dessert and everything before we could ever touch the presents as kids, and it just killed us. We're like, could the adults eat any slower before we could open our presents? It was brutal. But that was one of the rules growing up. So we'd like to hear, what were your traditions growing up? What are your traditions now? The whole Mike in the Midwest this week was about how our tradition is changing this year just because of family dynamics on Pam's side. We're moving where we've celebrated Christmas from her parents to her sisters. Kind of took a little hard. We're getting there. We haven't obviously celebrated it yet. It's Sunday night, the 21st right now. When this comes out, we'll be in the middle of it. But it's going to be okay. It's about the people, not the place. But yeah, that's what kind of stoked this. But let's talk about your traditions. Did you do like pageants when you were a kid? One of the shows that when I was a teacher, because I taught for 17 years. If you're new to the show, I was a 6th grade teacher and I taught gifted education in the elementary schools. I always showed a video around Christmas. I always showed Charlie Brown Christmas. And so did Pam. We brought her class over and we'd show our 2 classes together because we taught next door to each other. We'd always show the best Christmas pageant ever. The movie with Loretta Swit, Hot Lips from MASH. And that movie was so funny. Like, it's probably from the 80s or 70s. I don't know, but it's just so good. Anyway, so did you ever do a performance like that, a pageant? Because when I was in school, we always did a Christmas pageant because I went to a private Christian school. I remember one time I had to play the little drummer boy and a snare drum, stressed out because my dad was a drummer. He still is a drummer, still plays drums at church at 72. Yeah, all kinds. I have all kinds of stories, but I want to hear your stories. So we'll talk about that at 407-584-7173. Real quick, the little Disney news. I wanted to put this out there because we do, you can talk Disney too, but hopefully it'll be related to Christmas just for this show because this is our Christmas special. But I will tell you a little update because I've been talking about this over the past few weeks. I caved. I know I've been hemming and hawing about where I'm staying for marathon weekend, and I was locked into Caribbean Beach, right? The whole story was I didn't book my trip in enough time. I always stay at Coronado. Coronado's totally booked. Can't get into Coronado for my day. So I got Caribbean Beach. I was excited. I haven't been at Caribbean Beach in forever. But then French Quarter popped up for like $212 cheaper for a preferred room. And I haven't been to French Quarter in ages. So I was like, Caribbean Beach, Skyliner, and I love like Primo Piatto. I like Centertown. I love Caribbean Beach. I just love the feel of it, the tropical vibe. But then I haven't been to French Quarter in ages, and it's small, it's dopey. I can minimize my walk-in, beignets. I could go over to Riverside and see Yeehaw Bob, who's a friend of mine. And I haven't been to French Quarter in forever. So I did pull the trigger, go to French Quarter, just because I felt like I put it up in the Discord, in the clubhouse, and it felt like everybody was going French Quarter. And I was just like, let's go for it. Let's go to French Quarter. So I'm excited for French Quarter. So we'll see how that goes. Because I figure I won't, the bus ride isn't that bad. I'm solo. I'm not going to be in any kind of hurry to get anywhere. I'm not in a rush. I'm just there to run the races, really. I'm not in a hurry to get to any parks or anything like that. I'm not rope dropping anything. So we'll see how it goes. So that's my update. I've moved from Caribbean Beach to French Quarter, save a couple $100, and I get beignets. Think about all the beignets you could buy for $200. That's a lot of beignets, and that's good stuff. Anyway, let's open up the phone lines because we got an hour here. And yes, and they did just get a rumor for George says yes. And that's good. That'll be great. Now, I was going to make a Lane Kiffin joke there for all the football fans. Should I wear an Ole Miss? Because I do have Mallory, a couple of years ago, she wanted an Ole Miss hoodie, like the powder blue, and she has one, the classic powder blue Ole Miss hoodie. I was going to roll in with that hoodie on, but too soon. Like, I'm an Ole Miss fan because Lane Kiffin, he did him dirty. I can't do that. So anyway, let's talk Disney. Let's talk Christmas. 407-584-7173. Trish says Trisha from Wisconsin. She was just down there, the Christmas trip. She was going to call in. Anybody wants to call? Tell us about how you celebrate in Texas, how you celebrate in Wisconsin, how you celebrate in California, wherever you're, Australia. This shirt that I'm rocking, this shirt is from Australia right here. It's a Christmas shirt from Australia. My good friend Mel down in Australia, who always sends me Tim Tams every Christmas. God bless her. They're all gone. Mallory ate most of them. I got a few of them. They were so good. But this Christmas, I'm going to wear this year to Christmas because here in St. Louis, we're going to have record-breaking heat on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. They say it's going to be 73 degrees Fahrenheit on Christmas Day. The record is 70. So no white Christmas here. I'm going to wear my tropical Australian shirt that's got koalas and Christmas presents and these Australian birds on it. This is the most rockin' Christmas Australian shirt ever. And I'm going to wear this all the time. But I'm definitely, since it's going to be so warm, I'm wearing this in shorts to Christmas Eve. I mean, my in-laws will think I'm insane. And they know I'm insane, so it's perfect. All right, 407-584-7173. Give me a call, and if it's not working, let me know in the chat because that's the only way that I can know, and we will take your calls. 407-584-7173, and we'll talk about your Christmas traditions. All right, we have a first call coming in from the 608 area code. Let me grab it here and do this. Hit that and here. Caller, you there?
It's me, Mike, Trisha.
Hey, what's up, Trisha? Thanks for calling in.
Okay, so I'm going to give a Christmas tradition from my childhood and then one I've done for my kiddo.
I love it. I love it.
I'm going I'm going to preface this by saying my dad is an engineer, and he worked with Santa to make our Christmases very magical. Every year something happened. We almost caught Santa a few times. One time we caught his boots going up the chimney on camera.
Ooh.
Another time we woke up in the middle of the night because the smoke alarm had gone off. And unlike rational human beings who would follow their safety fire plan, we all ran to the to the living room where the fireplace was. Probably not what we should have done. But we saw a smoldering pipe sitting next to the fireplace. And all of a sudden the pipe like went up the chimney and a fire started in the chimney. So we almost caught Santa. We think he may have just needed to take a few minutes off his feet and was smoking his pipe when he set our smoke alarm off. So every year there just seemed to be something like that. So we were pretty lucky kids.
You guys had some close calls. I mean, that is, you guys were super lucky at your house to have those kind of adventures every year that, you know, the anticipation of we almost could catch Santa each Christmas Eve.
Yeah, and then we'd come back after winter break and we'd have stories to share with our friends.
Absolutely.
Now, we haven't been as fortunate as parents. I think maybe my husband and I are more sound sleepers. I don't know. However, we have a very active elf on the shelf.
Yes,
named
that's why
Jingle.
I was going to bring that up. I was going to be like, if you don't tell some elf on the shelf tales, we're gonna have a problem here.
So I would say, though, the most profound impact Jingle has had on my daughter's life, she and Minnie are at odds with one another. And it wasn't until this last year that she finally has made amends. But Jingle proposed to Minnie, and Minnie turned him down one year, and that didn't sit well with our daughter.
Poor thing. That's dangerous territory there. I mean, that's like magical forces, and you don't want to mess with that. I don't know.
Yeah. So
now let me ask you this though. I know the answer, but I think this is kind of a quandary for folks that travel around the holidays, right? Your elf actually made the journey with you, right? But see, here's the thing, because we used to have an elf used to come visit us back in the day when Mallory was a little bit younger, and unfortunately, the elf does not come anymore. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at things. Fortunately for us, but so when we would go to Disney during those years, the rule was you couldn't, like, if you touch him, he loses his magical powers, right? Like humans cannot touch the thing. So it was kind of an issue, right? The like, does he come to Florida? Like, does he magically appear? Like all that, the logistics of all that are kind of a nightmare for parents. Like, so did your elf made the journey apparently?
Yes, and this wasn't the first time he's visited us in Florida. So he sticks to the hotel room, but we find him kind of every morning. He's checking something else in the hotel room. He really likes the mini fridge, I guess, because it's got that glass front, so he can hide out and act like he's in the North Pole, but still see us. So he likes to hang out in there a lot.
That makes sense. He's an elf and it's chilly. Yeah, it's almost like where you put your dog, you know, like a little cage, but yeah, it's cold. You're elf smart. Nice. What Jingle, right? The name for the elf?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jingle. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I forget I think ours was Mickey. I wonder how many Disney fans elf was named Mickey, because I'm pretty sure that was the elf that we had every year. Mickey. I'm pretty sure. I think I just saw him the other day when I was looking for a bulb for my when I was looking for a bulb for my bubble lights, but that's another story. Maybe he was just coming to check up on me. So let me ask you this. So when you guys are in Wisconsin now, I figure Wisconsinites, you had to have a real tree, right? Tell me you had a real tree, right? Please. No?
As a child, no. When I got married, it was the first weekend of December every single year. We were out it didn't matter if it was snowing, if it was raining, if it was like 40 degrees. we were out there looking for our tree. But this year we had a snowstorm, so we had to put the kibosh on that, and we got an artificial tree, which honestly, when you're an adult and you're the one putting it in the stand and you're the one that's getting scratched up doing that and you're the one that's getting covered in sap putting the lights on the tree, a pre-lit artificial tree just looks nicer.
Well, and see, I have a philosophy on this. Like, they didn't used to all be pre-lit, right? I mean, my wife, we just got a pre-lit tree in the last, like, probably 3 years. Like, we did not have a pre-lit tree until maybe 3 years ago. We finally gave up the ghost on our, because we've always had an artificial tree because I have allergies real bad and I sneeze and stuff. So, but we had an artificial tree that was beautiful, but my wife would wrap over 1,000 lights, like by hand, like on all the branches. And she only uses, also my wife only uses white lights. She will not put color. I love colored lights. Colored lights can only be down here in the studio. So that's why she has a thing. So it has to be white lights, but she wraps every branch super tight. And it took her forever to do that every year. But our tree was gorgeous. I mean, because she's like OCD with like, Christmas decorations and stuff. It has to be, and everything. It looks like my definition of a Christmas tree is like haphazard with like, ornaments from childhood, shrinky dinks and Play-Doh things that were fired 45 years ago that are chunks missing. And just like, memorabilia. No, hers are like, the stuff out of Macy's. Like it looks like a catalog kind of tree and it's beautiful. But yeah, nowadays, I don't think there's going to be real trees much longer because why would you go through what you just said, like getting sap on you, getting the needles everywhere, having to water it? Because now you just take the tree out of the box and like it does the whole show. Like you push a button with a remote, it's white, it's colored, it flashes, it does this. I mean, it's so easy nowadays. I mean, I sound old, but
yeah,
they made it easy now. So.
And it's a little bit easier on your wallet too. We did the Black Friday sale, and the price we paid for a pre-lit tree is what we would pay in a year and a half for going down and cutting down a living tree that we're just gonna kill essentially.
You see, I didn't even know how much a real tree costs. I've never bought one. I mean, because they have them like at Boy Scout lots around us, like next to the Dairy Queen we go to every year. There's a Boy Scout lot. But we never go to I only see it in the movies, like where people go into the woods with a saw. I'd love to do that sometime, but that looks, if it was super cold, like pass. I'd rather sit and watch football. So do you guys do Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or both? Like we do both, but it just depends like which family you guys do.
Well, we do church on Christmas Eve, and then my husband, my daughter, and I, and then we open gifts Christmas Eve from one another, because on Christmas Day, we might have some Santa presents to open, and then we leave pretty early and we go to my mother-in-law's house, and she is like the Christmas queen.
Nice.
But she's a little non-traditional, so we eat like a heavier midday meal, and it's Christmas lasagna. We don't do like turkey or ham or anything like that. And then in the evening, everybody does kind of like a buffet style. Like we bring cheese and sliced meats and crackers. And then my parents come up. We're a small family. I only have one sibling. My husband's an only child. So there's only 8 total of us. So we all get together on Christmas Day. And my parents will bring like a fruit and veggie tray. And my mother-in-law will have like the cocktail weenies or something like that, and like shrimp. And then we'll just leave it out for a little while and people can kind of graze. I'm the activities coordinator.
That sounds exactly,
right?
That's so perfect.
Here.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do. Exactly.
So every year it's themed. Last year we did Whose Line Is It Anyway games, but I made them all Christmas themed. This year we're doing a murder mystery. So we'll see how it goes.
I love that. But your Christmas Day sounds almost exactly like ours, because we we used to go to my mother-in-law's. This year we're going to my sister-in-law's. But we do the same thing with like kind of like the, we do the, there's little smokies and just cheeses and meats and like little chicken wings and stuff. They just kind of sit out. You get them if you want them. And that's when my mother-in-law gets everybody a stocking. So like we get the presents on Christmas Eve from like we all do the Christmas Eve exchange like at about 5:00. And then we come home and we go to Christmas Eve service at 11, like the midnight service, like it starts at 11, gets out at midnight. And then we do our Christmas morning, Santa gifts and all that. My dad comes over, we have biscuits and gravy and watch, the Christmas thing at Disney on the channel while we're doing that. And then after that, we go see like her parents again. Everybody gets back together. And that's like she has stockings for us that morning. And usually we get like a little candy in there and a couple gift cards. But then we just kind of hang around and just hang out. And that's when the kids will bring all their presents from Santa, like the little kids bring whatever gifts Santa brought them, and they kind of play with them in the living room and stuff. And we just all hang out and just eat too many cocktail weenies and pieces of summer sausage. We didn't play many games though. We should have. That'd have been fun. So give us some highlights from your trip though, because I want to hear about your trip real quick.
Okay, so I have 3 things that I want to share. The first is holiday related, and that is I noticed it in Creation Shop in Epcot, but they have stations where kids can write letters to Santa.
Nice.
So I just want to let people know if they're down there, like mid-December, early December, they have cast members that have a little mailbox, and then you can write a postcard to Santa and like mail it to him in the mailbox.
That's awesome.
I thought that was really neat. So I'm sure it's in other stores. I just happened to see it in the Creation Shop. The second thing, have you heard of the Wish Book at Pinocchio's Village House?
I have not.
Okay.
Tell us about that.
So it's not near the Small World windows. It's kind of on the opposite side of the walkway, kind of behind one of the main condiment stations. There is a glass light up of the Blue Fairy, and then there's a book. And there's like a pencil, like a wooden pencil box, and you can lift that up and there's pens in there. And then you can actually write your wishes down in her book, and they like collect these every day. So we wrote a wish in the book because we saw it like one of our first days. So we wished that we would have a safe and happy trip and that we would all stay healthy.
Okay, so
we have.
Well, that's great. I mean, that's especially this time of year, because with everybody being there and everything coming around. Now, why do I think I've heard of this like a long time ago? But is this a year-round thing or like a seasonal thing? It's year-round, right?
I would assume it's year-round. It's a permanent fixture. I just never sat in that area before.
Yeah, we sit by the window.
So I never knew it existed.
Yeah, that's a good tip, though. Okay, before your third thing, because I'm going to throw this out to you, because I want you to think about this for a second, and everybody listening, so hopefully somebody else can call in too. So I had one of my guests at the Magic for Less email me this morning, and I'm still thinking about this. She said that because we brought up Pinocchio's in the window and looking down on Small World while they're having their meal. And she said, my family loves that experience. She's like, that's one of the favorite things we do at Walt Disney World. I'm like, me too. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm getting ready to go to Walt Disney World for Marathon Weekend. I'm going by myself, and I'm like, I'll be eating all counter service, and I'm like, I will be eating at that one of those tables and waving to people because I'll be by myself. And I love it. Like I always get the sandwich there, and it's so good. It's like a chicken parm sandwich. And but then she asked me, she said, are there other experiences at Walt Disney World that are similar to that experience? And I was like, ooh. And she emailed me this morning about that, and I couldn't think of any other than like the only thing I come up with was like counter or like table service, like San Angel Inn if you had a table near the El Rio del Tiempo, or maybe like Garden Grill where you rotate through like Living with the Land a little bit. But I was trying to think of like a counter service equivalent to something that would be like those tables.
I have one that we made ourselves, and it was when we were in lines. So this works really well in Test Track. So there's a window where you can see into like the queue behind you. And my daughter and I, it's really close to when you actually enter the loading area. But my daughter and I were doing rock, paper, scissors with people on the other side of the window.
Oh, nice.
So like they were behind us in line, however many people. And so anytime she found a window or like a switchback, she would do rock, paper, scissors with just complete strangers in line.
Nice.
And it was really fun. She would just start doing it, like the rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And then people would see her and then they'd start doing it with her. So it's like really cool to see that happen.
But you got to have a cute daughter like your daughter. I mean, with me, they'd be like, it's just a goofy dude trying to point at me. Like, why you keep pointing at me? Knock it off. Like, quit. Like, why are you making a fist at me? Like, stop. Jennifer in the chat, though, recommended maybe Cosmic Rays with Sunny Eclipse over there. That's kind of that'd be a good equivalent there. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be something. Got to have a little, the lounge jazz singer. Okay, so what was your third thing you want to share? Sorry, I want to throw that out there for folks. God, I've been thinking about that all day, and I can't come up with anything really good.
Okay, my third thing is I wanted to give a really mini trip report on our experience of caring for giants. Because I mentioned it in the Discord clubhouse. Shout out if you're not in there, get over there.
100%.
It's a great place to hang out.
Yes, it is.
And I know Steph had asked for a review, and I was going to call in last Sunday, but our flight got delayed. And so we were actually flying when you were recording. It worked out well, though, because we found out our flight was delayed while we were still on site. So we just took the Skyliner to the friendship boats and then rode the friendship boats around to the point where the captain is like, are you getting off ever? So I would have rather done that than sit in the airport for 2 extra hours.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
But the Caring for Giants tour I got it at a discount because they're doing annual pass holder discounts right now. So it was about the same price of what I paid for Behind the Seeds tour. And it was an hour long. And they take you just a little bit backstage to the parking lot, and you get on this bus and they drive you to a lookout point kind of on the backside of the elephant enclosure. So you can kind of see the safari vehicles in the distance. Now, one thing to be aware of, this is a very large area, and so they can't guarantee that you're actually, one, going to see an elephant, and two, it'll get, close enough that you feel wowed. But the cast member that was with us was sharing all sorts of stories, and while she was talking, an elephant came up. And then the new baby, who I think her name is Cora, she's 2 years old. She was born on my daughter's birthday, December 13th. So my daughter got a really big kick out of that. But they came up right to the edge. Now, and there's a ravine or whatever built in, so they can't be right next to you. But they were really close. And they do let you take pictures in that area, even though it's backstage. So I wouldn't recommend doing it if this is your first trip or it's a trip kind of that you're not going to be taking every year. I don't think it's worth trying to wedge it in to your day at Animal Kingdom. But if you are a frequent goer or you just have a really big love for elephants, it was really neat. It was an intimate group. I think there was maybe 15 or 20 of us at most. It was really cool to learn about stories that a lot of people won't ever hear because it came directly from a cast member who works with these animals. So I would say if you have time and it's something you go down to Disney frequently enough that you can spare an hour, the cost, I think it was $39 a person. I thought it was worth it. Just know you might not see an elephant, and that could be disappointing, especially if you have younger kids.
Yeah, and that cost is so reasonable. I mean, when you said it was equivalent to Behind the Seeds, that's a super reasonable cost for a tour too. And but I love that advice that you don't want to do this on a first or second trip because you're going to want to make the most of your time, see the attractions, kind of on stage, but third, fourth experience where you've seen all the onstage stuff, a great way to see the park from a different perspective. And especially if you have a passion for wildlife and conservation, that'd be, and elephants are just dang cool. Elephants and giraffes. I mean, those two, amazing. I'd love to, I'm going to check this out. Especially now that I know that it's not $1 million. The price has me super curious now because I can handle $40. That sounds really good. I just renewed my annual pass. So, I'm in. I'm in for the discounts. It's so good. Well, hey, I appreciate the call, Trisha. And as always, hey, I cannot thank you enough for the great year. You, Dennis, there's a few of you guys. Paul, you guys really, even back in 2020, before I even knew what Discord was, kind of got it rolling for us. And it's really, really grown. And I just love the community we have over there. And it's because of you and the trivia and just the rallying with everybody. And you just make it fun for us every day. And I appreciate it so much. And I just hope you and Lorelei and everybody up in Wisconsin has the best Christmas ever. And that Santa, even if he leaves a pipe behind at your house this year and you almost catch him, that he's good to y'all.
Well, you have a Merry Christmas too, and a Merry Christmas to everybody in the podcast group as well.
All right. You take care. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. That was a great call from Trisha up in Wisconsin. You'll see her over in the clubhouse again. Just join us. It's beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. Trisha said it. You need to come over. It's free and it's fun for everybody. We want to have you over there. We'll be hanging out on Christmas Day. I mean, while you're fiddling with your phone, you don't need to be doing that a lot, but if you need somebody to hang out with, we'll be there. We'll be there. We all take care of each other. Jennifer says she enjoyed the tour as well. Oh, we got a call. Let me grab this. I can't read and answer phones at the same time because we don't have a full-time staff here. I wish we did. I should get my dad to come over here. Well, he didn't have a football game today, actually. Let's go. We have our next call. Hey, who's joining us?
Hi, Mike. This is Brittany from San Antonio, Texas.
Hey, Brittany. How are things down in the home of the Alamo tonight?
They're pretty good. We're having a warm Christmas week, so I'm going to be wearing probably short sleeves and flip flops.
How crazy is this? Yeah, this Christmas week. It's 73 in Missouri. Like our high the record's 70. Like it's usually it's going to be snowy, but not this year. It's wild.
Yeah, we'll probably get close to 80 this week. So
I mean,
a weird one.
I told my wife, if it's not going to be snowy, let's just go all the way. Let's go where we can wear shorts. Forget. I don't want 40. If we're not going to have snow, forget the 40. Right. Let's go all the way to where we can wear short sleeve shirts and shorts. Let's do almost Florida. So, what's on your mind? Thanks for calling. You got some traditions for us for Christmas, or what you got?
For Christmas traditions, I definitely grew up putting out the cookies and milk, and for Santa, and carrots for the reindeer. And then nowadays, I try to spend time. I always have either Chinese or Japanese food on Christmas Eve. That's my tradition.
See, I'm jealous of people that do that. We've never done that, but of course, I've seen A Christmas Story, the movie, right? Yes. And it's the whole thing in that. Yes. And I do love Chinese food, but I've never because I'm, we've always had the family thing, right? I mean, we've either when I was a kid, we went to my family, and then as my family kind of split up, right, and, the generations changed, I've moved over to Pam's family. And so I've always had, the traditional thing going on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I've never had it to where I've had the opportunity to do the Chinese thing, but I'll tell you what, a little part of my heart says that would be awesome.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to take a break from the traditional food and get some good Chinese food. So
is it busy and hard? Is it hard to get on Christmas Eve? I mean, is there like a run on Chinese? I don't know. Like seriously, is it like a thing?
But sometimes I'll order it earlier because some places close early for Christmas Eve, so I'll order it late lunch.
Okay, I was just wondering. I have no idea. Yeah, cool. Okay, so
it is nice.
And you mentioned the carrots and the reindeer food and stuff. We used I love this because you brought up a great memory for us. We used to have to do that every Christmas Eve too. Like before the girls went to bed, we'd have to make a mix. Like in a Ziploc bag, we'd chop up some carrots. We'd chop up. I forgot what we put. Yes. We had to put like sprinkles in it too. I don't know, like confetti and stuff. It was a whole mix, and we had to put it out. This again, usually it was snowy. Out in the snow, so Rudolph would see it from the sky and land in our yard. No, why would he land in our yard? Now that I'm looking back, we wanted to land on the roof, but we just couldn't put the food on the roof because it was we didn't have a ladder. So we put in the front yard. We put this big trail of this sparkly carrots and confetti and glitter and all this stuff. But then why would a reindeer want to eat glitter either? I don't know. I guess we were kind of dumb. But yeah, that reminds me.
We had to keep the nose going.
Yeah, exactly. That's smart. Right. Yeah, that's what we probably said. I don't know. But yeah, we had this whole thing. We were out there freezing it, like, before the girls would go to sleep at like 9:30 at night, pitch dark in the snow, just, this big path up to the front door. I mean, you know what? Those were the days. Like, the stress of like building the toys and doing all that stuff. It was at the time you're like, oh man, it's so cold. I'm freezing. I just want to I'd do that one more time. Maybe one. It depends how cold it is. There's cold years. So what else you got though?
Well, not last week, but the week before, I went on a mother-daughter trip to Disney World for all the Christmas parties, and I was just gonna
let's hear about it.
Tell you kind of some of the highlights.
Yeah, that's why we're here. Let's hear about it.
The Christmas parties?
Yeah, well, I haven't been to the Christmas parties in years. The problem is I run Dopey every year, and it's hard to go down for Christmas when you go down for Marathon because they're so close together.
Turn around.
I can't, it's hard to justify 2 trips, flying down twice in, a month. So, and I love Christmas.
Well, this was our first time to do the Christmas parties, and we did them back to back. We did Very Merry Christmas party first at Magic Kingdom, and then Jollywood Nights the next night at Hollywood Studios, and then we wrapped up our trip with the Festival of Holidays at Epcot. And it was a lot of fun. Loved all of the decorations. That's really where it gets my heart. And I think Scott had said I think both of you had said that you really like the Hollywood Studios decorations, the nostalgic ones, and I couldn't agree more. They're just perfect.
I do. I'm a nostalgic guy, and like my great grandparents had those spaghetti poodles that you like if you go up when you go up Hollywood Boulevard there, right to the left by Hollywood and Vine. I didn't even know what they were called. Yes. Like the first time they put those out, like the first year, I was like, I didn't even like it. I totally, I knew my great grandparents, right? Like my grandma's parents. Like we used to go over there all the time when I was a kid, and they had those prominently sitting on top of their. Again, this is old, but they had that, that big old console thing that had like a record player in it and like a radio that was it was like the big thing that's, big wooden thing. And you had to open the lid to get to it, the record player. But the spaghetti things sat on top of that. They were pink. I remember with the chains between them. And but that was such a distant memory. But the first year that they put those out as a decoration, I'm walking past and I'm like, holy God. I'm like, what are those? Because like I hadn't thought about those things probably in 30 years. And I didn't know they had a name. I thought they were just a random like thing that my great grandma had found somewhere. But then, I did research and Pam Forrester finally told me they're called spaghetti poodles or something. And I looked them up and I was like, oh my gosh. And, cause just the classic Santa on the lamp posts and just, it's almost perfection over there with her, especially once it gets to be nighttime. Oh, this looks so good. Yeah. I just love it. It's my aesthetic. I want my house to look like that. And I love
the tree on the water.
Yes.
I think the tree lit on the water, just the with the reflection and Santa Gertie in the background. I mean, that is my favorite picture we got.
Yeah, and just the right amount of those like little balls, like ornaments in the water. There's not many. There's like 4, 5, 6 maybe, but they make your pictures pop. Yeah, it's just whoever designed the studios at Christmas, just chef's kiss.
Absolutely. And the food was really good too. I'm a kind of a foodie, and I loved at Magic Kingdom we got all the cookies, and the best thing, if I can give any advice to anyone, is save the cookies and eat them once you get home, and it's like your trip is extended for another like 6 days.
I like it because they're Cheryl's cookies, right? They're in the baggies, correct?
Yes, and they're really good. I had not had them before, but they're really good.
Oh yeah. The little hint: Pam Forrester used to send those to us for Christmas gifts at the travel agency. We get a box of, boom, they show up on the front porch, and I mean, it became a brawl in our household. Like, hey, I worked hard all year. Don't eat all my cookies. That'd be the thing, because all the girls be eating my cookies upstairs. I'm like, hey, knock it off, man. I've been working hard all year. Quit eating. I get like morsels. That's what happened to my Tim Tams. Mallory loves those things that I got from listener Mel from Australia. By the way, Kim Taylor, our friend over in the clubhouse, the photographer extraordinaire down at Walt Disney World, if you get her taking your pictures, you're super lucky. She says she loves working Jollywood nights. She prefers it to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. I guess because of how beautiful it is, I'd imagine. I mean, as a photographer, I'd like it, I would think.
Yeah. There's endless amounts of shots to take.
I could imagine. So let me ask you this though, like, does Jollywood have, so how, is your daughter's an adult too, I'm guessing?
Oh, I'm the daughter.
Oh, you're the
my mom
daughter.
Yep, I'm a daughter.
Okay, so
I'm in my early 40s, and my mom is in her 60s.
Oh, I love this. I love this. So did you both agree, like, which one was Jollywood? Which one was the, like, so say next year, Disney calls you and says, we saw you. You came down. We love this mother-daughter trip. You guys were awesome. We're going to give you one comp ticket to a Christmas event. Which one would you pick? Jollywood or Mickey's Very Merry?
That's a hard one. It was a toss-up because there's things I like about them both. But even though I loved the food and I loved the decorations at Jollywood, I would probably pick Mickey's Very Merry, and it's for two reasons: the castle fireworks show and the parade.
Yeah.
You can't beat the parade. Nighttime parades are superior, and a Christmas nighttime parade, it was just with the Snow and the Snow on Main Street. It was absolutely, and the toy soldiers and the reindeer. I could watch it all day long.
Yeah, I haven't been to Jollywood myself. I've seen the coverage. I've obviously talked to tons of people who have been, and I've kind of got a pretty good idea of what the experience is, but until I have a firsthand experience, I can't speak to it. But I would say that Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party just has that nostalgic, traditional experience of Christmas. You know, like you get to see the toy soldiers, you get to see the parade, which is similar to what many of us have memories of watching back home on Christmas morning. Now, it's not always the parade anymore. It's almost like a commercial for, let's go to Alani, let's go to Disney Cruise Line, let's go to Disney. But, you know, we don't care. Like, we're Disney fans. Like, give us more of that. We're like, inject it into my veins. Exactly. Let's go. Like, it's great because it's freezing here usually. And we're like looking at the sun in California. But, you know, back in the day, I think, you know, when we fell in love with going to the Disney destinations, that special used to be more of a parade, you know, and you would get excited watching the toy soldiers come down Main Street on Christmas morning. And I think that it just, when you get to see, you know, the little guys playing the drums and the little, you know, the trumpets coming out of their little mouth holes going down Main Street, there's just, it's undefeated. It's undefeated. It's amazing. The reindeer dancing and stuff like that. It's just, like I say, it's almost as close to like walking through a Christmas card as you can ever come in real life.
Yeah, I would agree. And we loved it. We liked both. But if Disney calls me up, which, you know, I'll give them my phone number. They can call me anytime.
I'll pass it on.
We would definitely hit that party up again. But we really, really liked Festival of the Holidays over at Epcot too. That was the one festival I still hadn't attended, and now I've checked all the festival boxes, and that was really fun.
Did you guys get to go to? Did you get to do candlelight?
We caught just a little bit of it. We didn't sit down for it because we were making our way to the glimmering greenhouses over at Living with the Land. But we waited like over an hour for, which I've never waited over an hour for Living with the Land. Usually, worth it. It was worth it. Absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. I had one camera in one hand videoing and the other camera in the other hand taking still pictures. I loved it.
Yeah, it is awesome. It is so cool. It's a long attraction too. Like it was worth it. And we met some people in line. That's my one of my favorite things about going to Walt Disney World. I've been going since I was 8 months old. And I just love talking to all the people from all over the world who are sharing in the same experience, and everybody's there for the same reason, to be happy and have fun. I love it. So now, where'd you guys stay for this trip?
Old Key West.
Oh, man. I love some Old Key West.
I know.
Oh, good
I know
stuff.
you love it.
Oh my gosh!
We rent DVC points, and I really love Old Key West. It's one of my favorites.
It is. It's just
very chill and very relaxed, and
It's so
nice,
chill.
big, spacious room.
Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking about French Quarter, and I think French Quarter has, because it's obviously it's different room types and so forth. It's all standard
Mm-hmm.
rooms, and it's small, but it's got kind of that same. I don't know. There's something chill about French Quarter too. Like there's a little bit. It's that same area. It's a Sassagoula River kind of feel, but
Right.
there's a little bit of Old Key West, Riverside, French Quarter DNA kind of all tied together on the Sassagoula River resorts. It's
Yes, and we love
Not so
taking the boat on the Pascagoula River over to Disney Springs, and then you can take it to the others you just mentioned. So really like that part of property.
I do too. So now you guys got to make this a tradition, right? This sounds like it was too good to not do next year.
Maybe not, probably not next year, but maybe in the future. I am trying to get myself on a cruise. You all talk about the cruises so often. So I'm getting that cruise bug, and I really want to go on a cruise next year. So that may be the budget item for next year.
I think you'd love it. I mean, Scott and I have been talking behind the scenes. I got that stuck on my brain. Behind the scenes, that he really fell in love with that. He did that very Maritime cruise, on the Dream over Thanksgiving. Yes. And then I did that Destiny cruise, about 10 days ago. And it wasn't a very merry cruise because one of the first cruises on the Destiny, but they had a lot of those same things. Like Santa Claus was on the cruise. They had a Christmas tree. They played Christmas music the entire time. They had a ton of decorations and so forth. So I have the bug now. So I'm pretty sure, because Mallory's going to be away at school next year, it's just going to be Pam and I and she's retired now. So I'm pretty sure that we're going to try to, Scott's family and us, we're going to try to do, early December-ish, find a very merry cruise for 4 or 5 days and just do it. Cause it's nice. Like you go to Castaway Cay, there's a Christmas tree, there's snowmen with sunglasses. I just love the novelty. Like my favorite commercials, and I don't even drink that, but like that Christmas commercial with the palm tree where they flip the lights on.
Oh yeah.
For Corona. I don't drink that stuff, but I love that commercial. I like that vibe. Yeah. It's just, I like that aesthetic.
If I could have any Disney Christmas, I would have Aulani Disney Christmas. I want to sing, what is it? Melikaliki Maki.
Yes.
And be on the beach for Christmas. So maybe that's in the future. I took a page from Scott's birthday book and spent my 40th at Aulani as well.
Oh,
that I know that you are thinking about it with Pam, and
we are.
I could not. That has been one of the best vacations I've ever had.
We're getting out there. We got to get. Like, we got all these milestones happening, but we're gonna make it happen.
I know.
Like it's Mallory's 18th here in a couple weeks, and then she's got her senior trip. But yeah, it's like once we get past all the kids stuff, we're totally making it happen.
Well, definitely do it. And I can't wait to hear you plan and talk about it. And I'm a big fan of the show, and I just appreciate all the joy you bring to the listeners. And I haven't called in before, but I thank you for the opportunity to call in and talk a little bit about my trip, and wish everyone a happy holiday season.
I appreciate that so much. And don't be a stranger. We've been waiting for almost 19 years for your call. So we're glad that you finally made it from down in San Antonio. And let me ask you one last question, because you've been going since you're 8 months old. So you know this. What's your favorite Christmas tree on Walt Disney World property? What's your favorite?
Oh,
I'm going to put you on the spot before we get out of here.
Wilderness Lodge.
That's a good call. It's a given, but that's a good call. You can't go wrong with. Wilderness Lodge.
The smell. It smells
Yeah.
heavenly in Wilderness Lodge all the time, but especially during the Christmas season. It's perfect.
Yeah, well, you got the right answer. You win. All right, wait. Hope Santa's good to you down there. Enjoy wearing those shorts and T-shirts and Mele Kalikimaka in San Antonio. And so good to talk. Don't be a stranger. We need to talk, at least once a month here on the Sunday night. So give us a call.
Okay, I'll give you a call.
All right, take care. Merry
Thank
Christmas.
You. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All righty. Great talking to listeners new and old. That's what the show's all about. 407-584-7173. And love hearing about these Christmas traditions and these Disney Christmas trips. That's good stuff. Mother-daughter trip down there, Jollywood Nights. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Good stuff. In an hour for the Glimmering Greenhouses over at Living with the Land. Let's go. Best attraction at Walt Disney World. 407-584-7173 with one call drops. That means the phone lines are open for you. So call in and let's talk. So this year, again, we are switching it up and we're going to have Christmas at my sister-in-law's house, Christmas Eve at my sister-in-law's house instead of my in-law's house. And we're joking because record high temperatures this year here in St. Louis of 73, they have a pool. So I kept telling Pam, like, can we get them to reopen the pool? No, they're not going to reopen the pool. It's not going to be that warm. But it's crazy that it's going to be in the Midwest. There have been Christmases where the wind chill is like 10 below zero, 15 below zero. I'm not kidding. Like, it is so cold that you can't go outside at Christmas time in the Midwest. And this year we're looking at temperatures in the 70s. It's going to be historically warm. It's just not going to feel right. Like I told Pam, we are going to be saying Mele Kalikimaka this year instead of Merry Christmas. But the problem is most people in the Midwest can't say Mele Kalikimaka. I'm gifted, I guess. I can actually pronounce it like every third time. All right. Oh my God. I'm laughing because Jennifer here on YouTube, who is from St. Charles County, where we broadcast from here from the podcast studios. I can't stop. She says, we put Budweiser and pretzels out for Santa. He gets enough cookies and milk elsewhere. If that is not a St. Louis comment, I don't know what else. Because if you don't know, St. Louis is the home of Budweiser. And so, yes, the king of beers. So when he makes his stop here, he gets the hometown product. He gets a little boosh. If you know, you know that old commercial from the 80s. Oh my gosh, that is something. Oh my gosh, Jennifer's doing her 26 miler on Wednesday with the Florida weather simulation. Good luck with that. That's definitely a great sim, and just take it easy because I run on the treadmill for a reason. I'm a baby. I can't take variables. I cannot take variables of heat, hills, wind, precipitation. But then that's bad because when you get all those things, when you get down to Florida, you'll know what's happening. You're just like, what's going on? All right, let's get one more call in here for the last call. All right, we have our last call. Hey, who's joining us?
Hi, Mike. This is Margie.
Hey, Margie, good to talk to you. Merry Christmas. What's going on?
I'm having back spasms.
Oh, my gosh. We can't have that. I have those sometimes.
I know. Then I had a water leak in my apartment last night.
Oh, no.
And the water's flushing down the walls and stuff like that. I'm having a great year.
Well, the good news is the year's almost over, so you can turn the page here in about, 10 days, and 2026 will start fresh, hopefully.
Yeah. I want to tell you something.
Sure.
My apartment complex surprised me. I didn't have to pay no rent this month.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Kudos to them. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
So how have you been?
I'm hanging in there.
I haven't talked to you in a long time.
I know it's been a minute, but we're doing all right. We're life's good, as long as we can get up in the morning and go to work and see our family and laugh a few times. That's a good day.
That's good.
Yeah. So what else are you up to? So you ready for Christmas?
Yeah, I'm all ready for Christmas. Done shopping and stuff like that. We're going to go out to eat at the Cheesecake Factory. They built a new Cheesecake Factory by my house.
Oh my God, ours closed. I used to love that
Oh,
place.
really?
Yeah, ours closed.
Oh.
Actually, they demolished the whole mall where it used to be. It's just
No kidding.
Yeah, it's just a flat lot now. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh.
So what are you doing for Christmas?
Oh, going over to the families, hanging out with the in-laws and everybody. We have a good time. We have lots of kids, so it's fun to sit back and watch them open their presents and Then
That's good.
then not talk to everybody because they get electronics and they tune us all out. So then we just watch
Of course.
then we watch then we watch football, and then we just eat too much. So yeah, that's about it.
So can you say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to Scotty G for me?
I will. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
We call each other on the holiday and we do a Christmas shot via FaceTime with Steve, with Pam's husband. That's our tradition when we remember.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. It's something that Steve started, Pam's husband. That was something big in his family. And I said, we need to get in on that. And he let us in on it. So that's kind of our thing at the end of Christmas Eve, ironically, after we go to church. But yeah. So yes. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to Scotty G, my best friend.
So have you been on cruises lately?
Yeah, about 10 days ago I sailed on the Disney Destiny. Had fun.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was fun. I got to go on there with just my wife. We had like a 5-day date. It was nice. It was nice to get on
Scotty G?
No, Scott didn't go. He went on a cruise about a month. He went on a cruise about a month before that. And because he went over Thanksgiving for his wife's birthday. It was his wife's 40th birthday. It was Elizabeth's birthday.
Oh, that's nice.
But yeah, we went on December 7th and had a good time.
Oh, that's nice. Maybe one of these days I'll win the lotto and then I could get on a cruise myself and stuff like that.
That'd be fun.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
They are fun. They are fun, and love to sail with you. It'd be a hoot and a half.
Yeah. Love to meet you again.
I would love it too.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna try to get one more call in here before we get out for the top of the hour. But Margie, hey, you tell Herschel, and you have a good Christmas now. Okay.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Mike.
Okay,
nice
Merry
talking
Christmas
to you again.
I hope that pipe and everything gets fixed. You take care.
Yeah.
I'll be thinking of you. Take care. Good talking to you, Margie.
I love you. I love you.
Love you too, Margie. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas. All right. My good friend Margie there. She has been listening for years and love hearing in from her. It's so good to hear from her. All right. 407-584-7173. We can sneak in one more quick call if we can get it in quick. 407-584-7173. Oh my gosh, we got great comments. Space Mountain, great for back spasms. Correct. From Vero Mike down in Florida. Shaggy just booked his next trip for March. Great time to visit. That's awesome. And yeah, Nicole, we're down at, speaking of, Nicole, you like my Australian? She just came in. Do you like my Australian Christmas shirt? This is Australia. This is from my friend Mel down in Australia, by the way. Our Australian, it's got koalas and these Australian birds. Love it. Kookaburra, maybe? I don't know. She says, you have to sing Mele Kalikimaka like the Bing Crosby song. It's the only way to pronounce it right. That's exactly right. When I say it, I think of the song. That's exactly correct. Mele Kalikimaka is a wise way. I love it. Love it. Yeah, this is the best shirt ever. I'm wearing it to Christmas. This is from Australia. Mel, my good friend from Australia, sent me this in the Tim Tams. The Tim Tams are long gone, but this shirt will be forever a Christmas tradition with the Be Our Guest podcast. All right. So we are going to call the show because it's Christmas and it's time for you guys to enjoy your friends and family and, make sure Santa has come and gone and that he's on his way. But I just hope that you're having a wonderful Christmas. And I just appreciate y'all so much. Hope you enjoyed Christmas Eve in the Be Our Guest podcast studios yesterday. One of our traditions that we've been doing well over a decade. It's silly, but we enjoy doing that and hope you guys enjoy listening to it each year. And we'll be back tomorrow with another regular Be Our Guest podcast. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget the show is brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel each and every time. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure. No additional cost to you. You know the details. Just swing by themagicforless.com. Of course, if you put the quote in there, I'll be your travel agent. I would love to help you. Just go to themagicforless.com. Please also, anytime you do that shopping, if you click through our link, it supports the podcast with every purchase. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. Thank you so much for that. And you can really support the show on Patreon. It's only $5 a month. So it's not that much. It's like a cup of coffee for the entire month. And when you support us over there, you get a bonus show every week. It's called Mike in the Midwest. We talk about old stories. We talk about things that are happening in my life. Just things are happening in the news. It's a bonus show, non-Disney talk. Usually comes out on Saturdays or Sundays, and it's just a fun extra podcast. It's just a way of saying thanks for supporting the big show, this show, so that we can keep the Be Our Guest podcast going. So you can join us over there at patreon.com/Be Our Guest podcast. You can follow me on the social media at Be Our Guest Mike. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and Threads. But where I would love to have you join us is the Clubhouse. I'd love to have everybody who listens to the show come over. It's absolutely free. Originally, the Clubhouse was just going to be for the patrons, I'll be honest. But it's so awesome that I wanted it to be for everybody because the Clubhouse is better the more people we have. The conversations get going. It's a community. It's a family. And I want you to be there. So it's free for everybody because it's awesome. So just coming over, your invitation's waiting. All you got to do is go to beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. There's a mobile app. Just download the Discord app. And you can have it right there on your phone. If you got a new device, you can go to the website, just go to beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse, and you're in, and I'll give you a welcome for jumping in. So we'll see you over there. And don't forget, we'll have another live call-in show Sunday night, same places, same time, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Give us a call. We'll talk Disney. All right, so Merry Christmas, and we'll be rolling right along. So I hope you're having a great one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
You've been listening to the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. If you have questions, comments, or would like to be a guest on the show, please visit our website at beourguestpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.